A congressional hearing on the federal government's response to the Maui wildfires was held in Lahaina. Jill Kuramoto was at today's hearing and joins us live from Maui. Jill?
Justin, I can tell you it was a packed room at the Lahaina Civic Center where the hearing was held, and the public was invited to attend, but they were not allowed to testify. Now, I can tell you that the hearing revolved less about reprimand, but more about recovery and moving forward. And where I am here in Lahaina, you can tell that things are moving forward slowly and surely. Now, the federal agencies invited to provide an update on the recovery efforts included FEMA, the U.S. Corps of Engineers, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Small Business Association, and the Environmental Protection Agency. And they gave updates on where they were with the recovery efforts and how much they have spent. But much of the discussion revolved around housing and at times got emotional. The federal government has provided over $3 billion in aid in the recovery efforts on Maui. Today's hearing was to ensure the money was being spent efficiently. The hearing was in two parts: the federal response and the local response. The federal agencies provided an update on their efforts. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers providing an update on their cleanup efforts, which included clearing fire debris from the last residential property this past week. And the Small Business Association reporting it had disbursed $90 million in loans, and the Environmental Protection Agency reporting its efforts to test drinking water and sewer lines. But the biggest question was asked of FEMA and how to provide quicker housing solutions to streamline the building process and provide permanent housing.
The cost out here to build is over $900 a square feet. Right now, you're talking over $1 million something per house to rebuild out here, which would not make it feasible based on the authorities that I have right now to do that. Our authority really focuses on, temporary solutions.
There was talk of integrating FEMA and HUD's role in disaster recovery and the importance of community engagement in building back Lahaina, of which the mayor became emotional.
If we don't recognize the faces of our friends and our family as we repopulate, then we will have lost this battle for our people.
Chair of the Subcommittee on Government Operations and the Federal Workforce said he delayed coming to Maui for a year because he wanted a process to be followed so they could make a better assessment on how the recovery efforts went and how well the process is moving forward.
The federal government wants to do their best in carrying out the wishes of local people. As the chairman of this subcommittee, I've encouraged them to get your thinking done, to give the answers so that then final plans can be made.
Not everyone was pleased with what they heard at today's hearing, saying much more discussion needs to be made.
So it's like really need to talk more about what their interpretation of things are, because I'm not seeing them being solution oriented and pretty much part of reality.
Now, Congressman Sessions telling me that with $3 billion invested in recovery aid here on Maui, he certainly wasn't going to be leaving here without knowing how the money was being spent, especially now that Congress will have to consider reauthorizing these programs. Jill Kuramoto, KH12 News, working for Hawaii. Back to you.